Hello and welcome to the Philippines. My friend had some business to take care of over on Mactan Island the other day, so she took my camera, did some videos, did some interviews, and I'm just going to show you around a little bit some of the videos she took. Anyway, this is a free beach over there, Marigundan, I think.
Baligya na? O, dili. Lo, nindot kayo magbike. Pila may palit ni mo na dong? 2003? Ha? Ah, 3? Oh, okay. Nindot kayo kagbike. Ito anong ba?
Agong.
Ay, gagaw. Okay. Nangaligo saan magdagat?
Manamigay.
Aman na day?
Gusto lang.
Okay.
Many beaches charge a little bit for day use type things, and then if you want to use one of these cottages, they charge for those as well. This lady was out taking a break from selling her goods there, I guess, and my friend does several videos with different people. Does interviews on her channel, and I'll put a link to her channel at the end of this video, in the last few seconds of this video. Almost all of her videos are in Bisaya, the language here, Cebuano, so if you don't understand that, you wouldn't be interested probably. Except for the sights as she goes around. There are many different types of beaches on Mactan Island, anything from the low cost or free ones like this. Not many that are totally free. Some have 50 pesos day use, something like that. And then if you want to rent the cottage, that's extra, depending upon how large it is. And all the way up to 3, 4, and 5-star hotel resorts. A lot of the resorts have not just the resort, they have hotels and they have condominiums that are either for sale or rentals as well that you can find online. She was looking for a program that would translate Bisaya Cebuano into English, to have the closed captioning for people who want to read along who don't understand the language, but she hasn't had any luck finding that. If anybody knows of a program or a way to do that.
Ilang facial ni mo? Dong. Facial.
Igo ra ko nagayo ani. Kaan kani.
Sabi na ko, ikaw na maligya.
Lots of people selling peanuts, and I guess they grow peanuts in different parts of the Philippines. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, but lots of people out selling peanuts almost any place and everywhere that you go. And lots of people selling masks and face shields as well these days. Prices are coming down, and here's a tricycle driver looking for a customer, and she's going to take this tricycle back into town, and then she'll find a bus down at the terminal and head back to Cebu City, I think. We will ride along while I chat a little bit, just talking about tricycles and the cost of transportation. You know, taxis are relatively cheap here if you want an air-conditioned taxi. And occasionally you'll find a taxi is not, their air conditioning isn't working very good, and the ones that they have now with all the plastic protecting the driver and separating the driver from the passengers, a lot of that air conditioning doesn't get to the passenger anyway. Most taxis I've been in have been quite warm. Anyway, I enjoy these tricycle rides, and they will vary. There's some areas, like I think down around Dumaguete, a lot of different cities and regions have a minimum fare. It might be 10 pesos, it might be 20 pesos, and within that city area, within that town, 20 pesos will get you almost any place, about 40 US cents. Other areas you will find people trying to quote you with a little higher price, a foreigner price perhaps. I don't mind paying a little bit more for a hobble or something like that, but I don't like to get ripped off, overly charged. In fact, many times when I've been here long enough, I know what the various rates are usually. And if a guy like a motorbike taxi, a hobble hobble driver, that the hobble hobble stands for, I think, animal intercourse or something like that. But anyway, if he quotes me what I think is a very fair price, I give him a good tip at the end because he didn't try to rip me off. On the other hand, I've walked away from people that they're just, they're trying to charge me double or triple, and even I've paid double. I've told guys, my Filipino friends pay 50 pesos. I'll pay you 100. I don't mind doing that a lot of times, but kind of depends on my attitude and their attitude at the same time. It comes down to the personalities and what moods you're all in, I guess. A taxi from this area on the east side of Mactan Island over to, let's say, Ayala Mall, or IT Park in Cebu City would probably run you 350, 450 pesos, depending upon, and 30, 30 minutes if the traffic is moving the whole way, up to an hour or more than an hour. And 400 pesos is about $8 US. So just imagine what that would be back in your country. They are starting to add more buses. There is a bit of a bus terminal at Mactan Newtown. I've done some videos around there, that area, kind of residential and commercial, BPO, business processing outsourcing area. And they're starting to add more buses. And Mactan over here still has jeepneys running. I think they're planning to start to allow them out in the province, away from the city, away from Mandaue City, Cebu City. I think they're starting to allow more jeepneys to run, but not in those cities yet. They are slowly adding more buses. I think very badly needed buses, because there isn't a lot in the way of transportation yet. More and more people are buying bicycles, riding bicycles, or still walking. Every region and province of the Philippines is a little bit different. Some areas have heavy jeepney processes. Dumaguete, for instance, still does not have any taxis, which is a little strange, it seems, but they don't have taxis. You've got jeepneys and these tricycles, pedicabs, pedaled tricycles, I think they call them, and buses. And you can get on a bus, and the bus will get on a ferry. You can go from island to island that way too. And then here they're talking about reducing the spacing to try to fit more people on these buses and jeepneys. Right now they have them, I forget if it's a meter apart, and then they have the plastic dividers. They're talking about reducing that so they can utilize more space on these vehicles. Buses are very, very cheap in the Philippines, and you can get a trip, an hour, a couple hours for 100, 200 pesos, 200 being about $4 US. Now, as far as travel to the Philippines, they still are not allowing tourist visas. You have to fit into a certain category with either married or some type of long-term visa, that type of thing. Whatever country you're in, contact the Philippine embassy nearest you and try to get on their list of notifications about anything upcoming, any changes. I hold out a little bit of hope that the powers that be will decide that it's important to open up, that the damage to the economy, more people are going to die because of the lockdown than if you open it up. Cost benefit, simple cost benefit. And look at the traffic here. And there's a traffic enforcer there will step out in there, out into the intersection every now and then, direct a little bit of traffic, I guess. But people are tolerant here. They tolerate other people doing what many of us would consider very foolish ways of driving. So I hold out a little bit of hope, but otherwise it could be the middle of next year before the foreign tourists are allowed in here. Unfortunately, this is from the front seat of the bus, so that's why you're getting that electronic reflection from that electronic sign there. Anyway, the Philippines has a lot to offer. People are still friendly and welcoming, and let's just hope it opens up very soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. Safe travels to you. Stay healthy, stay safe. I'll see you next time.